So when the Rams decided to trade for Trent McDuffie and sign Jalen Watson, what they did was they brought back big game experience, and I spoke about this in the previous video when we signed Jalen Watson. You brought in guys who can cover and can both play man and zone, but are great in man coverage, and they can also stick to their receiver in man coverage. Now, when you combine this, right, with marrying up the concept of the defensive line and the secondary, right, coverage and rushing the passer, when you have these two cornerbacks now, it only helps the front seven get home. When you look at guys like Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, Colby Turner, Poona Ford, and Byron Young. Well, let's see if they even add Max Crosby, but we don't know how that's going to turn out. But let's say hypothetically there is a world in which they do get a Max Crosby. When you factor that in, with them playing in front of Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, potentially Forbes in the slot if they do decide to bring him back. And then you have Cam Kerr, who's a great safety, with Quentin Lake, who's also another great safety. When you have your leader of the defense being Nate Landman, who knows what the second linebacker position is going to potentially be, if that's going to be Spades, Dolag, or if they draft a guy, or is that going to be Stewart who ends up beating them out for the spot? We don't know. But when you look at the potential, you have guys, and I spoke about this in the Trent McDuffie video. He was graded an 89.4, I believe, or 89.5 in PFF. He's ranked the top 5 corner statistically in all the metrics, right? For every category in terms of being a cornerback. You're mixing that in now with a big body cornerback in Jalen Watson, who can play physical at the line of scrimmage and get you off your spots and stick to you in man coverage. Now I believe, right, in terms of talking about the ceiling for the Los Angeles Rams, that now you have a system change. Because before it was always about bend but don't break, right? How many times did that all piss you off when you were a Rams fan, right? Well, make you upset. I don't want to keep this PG, but how many times did that get you upset when you're seeing the corners in a 3rd and 6 play 7 yards off the ball, and the pass rush can't get home because they're playing off the ball? But this is the thing, right? Was that a Coach Shula problem, or was that a personnel problem? And that right there takes me to my next point, which is, now that you got Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson, you can play more press and man coverage, and you can play more aggressive, because now you don't have to worry about, if you don't get home, there being huge holes for potentially one-play touchdowns or deep gains down the field, because now you have corners who can stick in coverage.